Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett and Uncle Corey from Southern Adornments Decor. We're live here for Friday Fab 5 today. I asked Corey to be my special guest today, and he drug his butt out of bed early after working late last night. And so, because he's going to be one of my Fab 5 items, I sent you a text yesterday. I was like, I'm featuring you on Friday Fab 5 tomorrow. He was like, what? Drop a comment. Let me know who all's watching. While you're doing that, I'm going to get the links connected in the background. That way you can comment the word link and it will send all the links that we're talking about today to your Facebook Messenger. And then we're going to get started. Let me pull up my slides too. I forgot to do that. I'm a little discombobulated this morning, I feel like. Oh, there they are.
I don't know why. You probably got plenty of sleep.
Well, I think it's because I prepped for this yesterday, and I usually prep for it on Friday morning. So I'm over prepared. And when I'm over prepared, a lot of times I usually end up forgetting something. So let me pull that up. Hello, Angel. Hello, Debbie. Good morning. Hello, Leanne. Let's keep it on this so they can see both of us while we're saying hello. Emily is testing out the link. Let me know if it works, Emily. Hey, Pam. Hello, Terry. Eunice here and Pam. Lots of Pams. Good morning, Paula, watching on YouTube. And now, out of all times, the printer decided to suddenly start printing. I tried to print that 10 minutes ago, and it wouldn't come out. Now it decides to come out. Stacy's on spring break. She said I get to watch live. Awesome. Well, we don't really have
spring break here.
Spring break here is first week of April for the high schools, or not for the high schools, but for the county schools. For the college, it starts this next week because Kennedy is my niece is a college student and she's going home for the week. And so I'm like, oh, shoot, she's not going to be here to help ship next week. Pam says, Uncle Corey, congrats on UK's win last night over my Sooners.
Yep, I stayed up, which I was working, had to work till 4 a.m., but I was able to watch that till it was over. It was definitely a good game.
Elizabeth says, hey, Uncle Corey.
And saw the UK blue today.
You wear UK blue every day. It doesn't matter if they win or not, which that's the best kind of fan for a sport. I don't like bandwagon fans that jump on a team just because they're winning or just because it's popular to like that team. You've liked UK as long as I've known you. So,
I mean, that kind of sounds like your husband. I mean, you don't hear him talk about Murray State unless they're winning. I mean,
you can't say that about me though, because I've been to UK. I've been to Murray State games since I was a toddler. And I went to school there, and it's my alumni school. So I'm definitely not a bandwagon fan of Murray State.
I agree with that.
He's a, what would you call it when you jump on a team because your wife likes the team and because she went to school there? That's whatever my husband is.
Because you told him to?
No, I didn't tell him to. He just, and because he doesn't, well, he likes to give you a hard time. That's why he likes Murray State.
Yeah, fair weather fan.
Well, and he always also goes for the team that's considered the underdog, or the team everybody else is rooting against.
Well, he definitely picks one with Murray State.
He does that with every Super Bowl. He'll be like, all right, who is projected to win? If it's the Patriots, then I'm going to go for this other team. Or if it's the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to go for, who did they play this year? I don't even know.
The Eagles.
The Eagles. Yeah, he was going for the Eagles during the Super Bowl. And that team won. So Amy says, I call that a good husband. Elizabeth said, if he didn't wear UK blue, then we would worry. Yeah, something's wrong with him if he's not wearing blue.
That might be true.
Yeah.
I definitely felt out of place at Southern Adornments Live in the jingle. No, what shirt was it? The Dolly shirt.
The Dolly shirt. We all wore pink.
Yeah, I definitely felt out of place with not having any blue on.
And we got you a red shirt for that one. Yeah, they didn't make pink in his size. And I was like, and Whitney said, is it okay if I do red for him? I'm like, sure, that'll be fine. For all of you guys watching who don't know who Uncle Corey is, he's not my husband. People get confused about that sometimes when they see us on camera together, and if they don't know Michael, he's actually my good friend and longtime friend of my husband. Y'all been friends since like middle school, right? Like way, way back. And I'm not that far behind. I've been friends with you since we were in high school together because my husband and I started dating in high school. So as a result, Corey and I started hanging out. And Corey comes over and has family dinner with us every Sunday night, and he's become a very important part of our family. My kids all call him Uncle Corey, and I don't think they know the difference between you and actual blood relative uncles. Like
No,
you're around
not at
more
all.
than their blood relative uncles.
Yeah.
So I wanted to feature him on Friday Fab Five today. So the reason I wanted to feature him is because Uncle Corey has really been upping his TikTok game. If you're not on TikTok, he's a good reason to join TikTok just to follow Uncle Corey. Corey, tell them a little bit about your TikTok. What will they find when they go over there?
I mean, a little bit of everything. Like I've posted UK videos. I really love to post cooking videos, although I don't get to cook as much.
You got a
as
couple
I'd like to.
Blackstone
I
videos
do.
on there. They
I
like
do.
your
There's
Blackstone stuff.
some stuff on there, and then I think I did one where I made breakfast burritos one night for meal prepping for work. And then there's lots of family videos, especially my nieces and nephews.
Yeah. If you saw the video we did a couple weeks ago, it was the birria bombs.
Yeah.
We posted a video about that. I kind of prepped everything in the crock pot, but then Corey was the one who like assembled and grilled them and finished and it was his idea. He had seen them on TikTok. I was like, well, funny, you should say that. TikTok shop just sent me some of these birria bombs for free to try. So let's do it. And so we tried them.
They were fantastic, by the way.
They were really good. Everybody's saying that sometimes family isn't always blood. Uncle Corey is a true blessing. I agree. Well, he also has posted a few videos on your TikTok of Charlie when she was really little. And those videos just tug at my heartstrings because she's so tiny.
So little. That one right there is a good comment.
Oh, he wants me to highlight Dina's comment. Dina's from right around here. She's not from very far away. Do you live in Mayfield, Dina? I know I've seen you in Mayfield before, but I wasn't sure if you lived in Mayfield. I know you're not far from us. Your husband always wears UK blue too. Yeah, we were talking about the game a minute ago.
Did you stay up and watch it?
No. I'm saying they.
I mean, it was only like a little after midnight. You should stay up.
I was out. Oh, she lives in Princeton. I knew you were really close. Lori says, I'm following Uncle Corey as well. Well, y'all, the goal is to get him to 1,000 followers. And he's so close. As of the time I took this screenshot yesterday, he was at 896.
Yep.
Why are we trying to get to 1,000, Corey? Not because of a vanity number, but
so
there's
I can
a
start
reason.
going live.
You can't go live before 1,000?
No.
Are you sure? Because I accidentally went live on my personal page yesterday, and I only have 126.
It told me I could not go live till I had 1,000 followers.
Maybe it's because I have 2 TikTok accounts, and it knows that my other one has over 1,000. The other reason is because once he hits 1,000, he can register for TikTok Shop, which means he could affiliate for things that he loves and loves to talk about. So you know how Corey has done a few like Guy Friday Fab Fives? He could do that, but on TikTok, and he could link his favorite items in the videos and make a commission off of the TikTok Shop items. But the best thing is when TikTok Shop sends you free stuff, like the birria bombs.
Yep.
What's something I got from TikTok Shop that I gave you recently?
Foot massager.
The foot massager. I liked it, but he loved it. And here's my theory about that. The reason you liked it more than me, your feet are bigger than mine. I think my feet aren't big enough in there for it to really massage them as good as I like a good deep tissue massage.
Yeah.
But I bet you get a good deep tissue massage because your feet are quite a bit bigger than mine. Leanne says, I don't have TikTok. Well, he doesn't post these videos anywhere else. And if you decide to download TikTok, you can just follow Corey and only get on there to see Corey's videos. Betty just followed him on TikTok. Heather says, following, I got to meet Uncle Corey at SA Live. Amy says she loves the relationship that you and Corey have.
Yeah.
It's pretty special.
Mm-hmm.
He started hanging out with us every Sunday night almost since she was, 2?
I would say probably 3, maybe
3?
a little older.
He was coming around a bit before that, but not regularly. And then sometime around the time she was 3, we started this Sunday family dinner tradition, and you started coming over every Sunday night. And now your brother Kyle comes over too, and he's been coming over for about 2 years.
Yeah, he moved back home 2 years ago this month.
He's not as comfortable, like, as far as like Corey will just walk in, make himself at home. Kyle's not to that level of family yet, but
Yeah,
we're trying to get him there.
He won't ever get there. He won't even come over unless I'm here. It's kind of weird.
Let's see. Michelle says, I'm looking for the TikTok now. If you comment link, it'll send you a direct link to his TikTok in the thing. She said you're up to 900 now. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Jerry says, I have a TikTok account, but I never watch there. Well, even if you never watch, if you go and follow Corey, that will help him out. We're trying to get him over 1,000 followers.
Jerry, that's how I started. I was like, you know what? I'll get TikTok. And then I was on there maybe once a week.
Yeah.
If that, maybe once every 2 weeks. And then now I've started getting on there quite a bit more. And it can be a little addicting.
You've set yourself a goal too. What was your goal?
I'm trying to post a video every day.
Every day. So sometimes he'll post like an old video of Charlie being sassy, or he'll post a video of him like saying a prayer for the day. Those are really sweet. You said a prayer for one of your coworkers recently too on there.
She's going through a lot of hard times right now with some health issues.
I feel like today you need to get on there and talk about the UK game last night.
Yeah, I've already got a video for that.
You've already filmed it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I stole it from a guy off TikTok.
Amy said, how did y'all first meet Corey? We told this a little bit at the beginning. We'll tell it again. Back in middle school. It was when your dad died.
Yep.
Right?
My dad passed away. I was 13 or 14, I don't remember. And Michael was one of the first ones at school to come up and talk to me whenever I got back to school, and we just hit it off. And ever since then, I pretty well owned him at everything that we do. I mean,
they are so competitive with each other.
With sports or anything like that, golf especially. But we hit it off, and then him and Tamara started dating, and then she just started coming around.
And I was just 16. You would have been 17 at the time.
Yep.
So we were babies.
I'm actually surprised she ain't tried to get rid of me yet, because I probably tried to aggravate her just as much as Michael.
It's all right. Some days I like you more than I like Michael.
She takes it a little easier than Michael does. Some days Michael gets so butthurt.
I like that Corey will get in the kitchen and cook with me. And so he'll message me on like a Wednesday or Thursday and be like, so what's for dinner this weekend?
Yeah. Yep.
And I'll be like, well, I need some ideas, because I get so sick of figuring out what to cook for dinner every weekend. But Corey always comes in with like 3 or 4 suggestions, and he'll be like, ooh, I saw this on TikTok, make this. And sometimes it's a hard no for me. Like he sent me something with Jell-O and watermelon, and I was like, I ain't about Jell-O.
It's a watermelon where they took out all the inside of it, and then they added a bunch of fruit inside of it, and then Jell-O on top of it. And I'm like, that is amazing. It looks awesome. And she won't make it for me. I've been trying.
Oh, y'all are saying some really sweet stuff over in the comments. Brenda says, Michael's that kind of guy. He's caring and helpful. And Corey, you have some true friends. Gina just followed you. She said it's important to support one another. LaDonna loves the idea that you do a prayer on there. She said every day. Jerry said the Blackstone post interests me, as I have 4 large burner Blackstone.
Oh, you got the nice one.
Well, warm weather is coming.
It is.
So we will be doing more Blackstone videos on his TikTok coming up soon. We haven't been out there this winter. It stays in the garage.
It's about time to update the hibachi.
I thought of that last night. I did stir fry.
Blackstone, because the
We need
last
to
one's
update
kind of
it.
outdated.
Oh, you mean make a new video?
Yeah,
about it?
make a new video, because we've added some stuff since that one.
I did some teriyaki chicken and stir fry vegetables and like some like fried rice last night. It wasn't nearly as good as your hibachi, and I was like, I miss Corey's hibachi.
That's right.
Yeah, so we'll have to do that maybe in a few weeks. All right, y'all. Well, go follow Corey over on TikTok. Here's what his channel looks like. So I have linked it in the link. So comment link, and it'll send you a message. Michelle says, no, texture thing all the way. You can fix it for them. Just don't eat it. I just hate Jell-O, period. But I also have texture issues. So I get what you're saying. Okay, next item on the Fab 5 list. We're doing a free paint party here on Facebook, March 29th at 7 p.m. Central. We'll also be streaming it to YouTube. And if you sign up, all you have to do is put in your name and your email address, and we will send you an email with a link to the printable template. You can download, print it out yourself, and trace it on the wood. And we're going to paint it live together. And if I can get it off the hook, I'll show it to you. It's bigger than the screen. It's only got like maybe 6 colors involved. So it's a really good one to Are you hiding behind it? But we're going to teach you how to do these cute little flowers and the lettering. I'll show you a little hack for using painter's tape and not having bleed under. And so if you want to come and join us, it's happening right here on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch it just like you're watching me now. Be sure and comment alert so you get the notification when I get ready to go live for it. Everybody that already gets my alerts, you should already be good. But if you don't get my alerts, I sent one out this morning, even right before Friday Fab 5.
Is it bad that whenever you was reaching back to grab that I had that need just to give you a nudge
and let me fall over in this chair? You would feel really bad because there would be video evidence of that.
But that's good for the camera.
That's the little boy in you being like, let me just give her a nudge, push her right
just
over.
A little nudge. But real quick, I'm stepping out. I'm heading out. I'm going to pick up a popcorn maker that I won on a bid. My nephew's going to be excited about it. I'm pretty excited.
I thought you bought that. I'm like, you buy the most random stuff. And you're like, no, I want it.
I won it in an auction. And I mean, it's pretty neat.
So you did pay for it?
Yeah.
You acted like you won it.
No, I paid $29 for it. Yeah.
He does buy the most
It's
random
one of those
stuff.
big, goes up on a tabletop. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Popcorn for everybody.
Well, Travis ought to know how to do it because he had to work concessions at the wrestling concessions a couple weekends ago, and he was in charge of making popcorn.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
I feel like he should go apply at the movie theater and put that on his like application, experience making popcorn. I'm good. Hire me. All right, but Corey. Thank you for stopping in.
It's good seeing everybody. Go follow me on TikTok, please. And we'll see y'all again.
All right. See you, Corey.
Have a good one.
Okay, so going back to the
still
free
cough medicine.
Okay, it's in the cabinet above my bathroom toilet.
All right.
If you haven't signed up yet for the paint party, let me know if you have any questions about this. I know a couple of you have had troubles. I'm trying to scoot my chair over. A couple of you had troubles not getting the email that you're supposed to get immediately after signing up. If that happens, first check your spam folder. That's probably where it is. And search Southern Adornments Decor and see if it comes up, or type in free paint party in the search bar and it might come up that way. If you still can't find it, email our customer service at info@southernadornmentsdecor.com and they will just send it to you. That way, you've got everything you need. I wanted to say too, I went to the Dollar Tree because I had mentioned on here last Tuesday when we talked about this, that you could paint this on a pizza pan at the Dollar Tree. I did see pizza pans at the Dollar Tree, but I also found these. They're like really thin little rounds. They're not even perfectly flat. They're a little warped, as you can see. But this would be so it was blurry. This would be so good to practice on if you've never painted a door hanger before and you're afraid of messing something up. This could be your practice piece. It's only 11.75 inches. So if you're going to do this one, you'll need to print your template at a smaller scale. If you're working with an 18-inch template, you're going to print it at 68% scale. Normally for an 18-inch, you're going to print that at 100% scale so that it shows up exactly 18 inches once it's printed. If you're working with a 12-inch template, there is a 12-inch PDF in the file. If you're working with that one, you can just print it at 98% scale. So it will shrink it just a teeny bit so it will fit perfectly on this round. And then once you print the template out, you'll be able to tape it together. This is like 6 sheets of paper taped together. You'll trim a little excess where it meets up and then tape it. I've got mine taped with shipping tape. And then we'll be able to trace it right on the wood. If you're worried about how to do the tracing, what to start with, we're going to walk through that all on March 29th at 7 p.m. on the live. So I'm going to walk through all of it with you. Jacqueline says, click the all folder in your email and you'll be able to find it that way. You know, Jacqueline, I just discovered that button in my Gmail yesterday. I get so frustrated when I archive or delete an email and then I'm like, where did it go? Like I can't, like, you know how you delete it and then you regret it because you're like, I should have kept that. And then yesterday I finally noticed that tiny little all mail button and I was like, oh, this is game changer. I can find the pieces the things that I archive and delete too hastily because I like a clean inbox. I like to keep it clean. And Helen says, I'm getting my blank today. If you want to order the wood blank for this project, Friday Fab 5 item number 3 is this wood blank. And you can get it in just regular, like no 3D pieces if you prefer, but you can also get it with 3D pieces. And so the flowers and the words are going to be 3D on it. And so that one is $34 for an 18-inch. If you're doing it without 3D pieces, it's $24. And if you want to just do it on a round, we also have rounds in our shop available, and you can trace it on those. They're like, what are they? Are they $12 each? $15 each? I can't remember. But they're even cheaper than that. So you choose your journey. If you want to start on a Dollar Tree piece, you can do that as well. Helen got the 3D. Awesome. What questions do we have about it? Lori, I thought of this when he said he won that. I was like, well, technically you could say the same thing about my Whatnot auction. Don't worry. I put stickers on all your packages that says, congrats, you won. Nobody has to know that you paid for it. Okay. Thank you for commenting, Link. Leanne says, do you sell just the 3D pieces? Not for this project. We don't. No. But I'm going to be teaching it. Oh, the important thing to note here is on March 29th, 7 p.m. When I teach this live, I'm going to be teaching it on a wood round with the template. So I will just have a blank wood round, no etching, and the template. So that's how I'm going to teach it. So if that's how you plan to paint it, no worries. I'm going to walk you through all that. Normally, when you see me painting on Facebook Live, you probably see me painting on an etched blank. But I'm not going to be doing that because I want you to learn how to use a template if you don't know how. Good morning, Hazel. Kathy says, I bought some new things yesterday. What'd you get? Okay. Next Friday Fab 5 item. Where'd my slides go? Is your template laminated? No, I just have shipping tape on it. So it's shiny in some spots, but dull in others. So yeah, where the seams meet up, that's where it's shiny. Okay, next Friday Fab 5 item. Lauren Martin shared this one with me. She said she needed another staple gun, and she tried this one on Amazon, and she really likes it. So it's by the company Arrow, and Arrow is a company that makes the staples that I've been using in my Stanley staple gun for a long time. She really likes it because it's easy to press. So if you feel like some of the other staple guns are kind of difficult to squeeze or you don't have a lot of grip strength, this is a really good one to use. And so the reason you might need a staple gun is to staple the string to the back of your hanger. So if you haven't ever heard me explain this before, just to do this the simple way, I tie a knot in each end of the jute string and I staple right above the knot. And so that's how I hang my door hangers. Super simple. You can also use a staple gun to staple bows onto your door hanger. And I usually just like lift up the top layers and staple next to the knot on the back of the bow. Susan says, I have that one and I love it. So Wendy has this one as well. Well, I texted Lauren yesterday and I said, I need one more Friday Fab 5 item. What is something you love that you've bought recently? And she sent me this. So I thought this would be a really good one to share, especially right here before our free paint party. Because some of you guys may be beginners who've never painted a door hanger before, and you don't know that you need something like a staple gun to hang it up, which you don't need a staple gun if you plan on drilling holes through and running wire. Some people do it that way. I just feel like that's a lot more trouble. I like the fact that I could just staple the jute string on the back and I'm done. No drilling required. Darla says, I loved all of my Whatnot items. It was amazing. It had products I didn't already own. I'm so glad to hear that, Darla. Thank you. Tammy says, what size staples do you use? Mine pop through the back. I still use 1/4-inch staples. And what kind of wood are you using, Tammy? On the 1/4-inch MDF, I have no trouble. I think because it's so dense and thick, even though it's a 1/4-inch material, it's too dense for that staple to go all the way through. So I've never had that problem on the MDF. I did, however, used to have that problem on Revolution plywood, because it's not quite a 1/4-inch and it's a lot less dense. And so the staples were coming all the way through on that. To circumvent that, you could do a couple different things. You could take a little piece of cardboard and staple on top of that. That would give it a little more thickness. You could also buy on Amazon. Let me see if I have them still linked in my Amazon favorites. I mean, it's not going to be easy on me. Amazon. There it is. I did at one time have linked these little bitty round wooden pieces that are like 1/8 of an inch thick and 1 inch round. Here's my, okay. Hold please. I'll share my screen so y'all can see what I'm seeing. I'm scrolling through my Amazon right now. So in my craft and paint supplies section, let's see if it's in here. There is some little bitty, it's loading, round circles. Maybe I didn't pin them because I thought they would have been up at the top. So let's find them real quick. 1 inch round wood discs, 1/8 inch thick. Okay, this may be them. 1 inch round. How thick are these? Whoop. If I can quit clicking on stuff. 1 inch, and they're 0.1 inch thick. So these are perfect for, let me add these to my Amazon favorites list real quick. There we go. Now they're in there. These are great for putting on the, what just happened? Oh, when I closed it, it closed that. They're great for putting on the back and then stapling on top of, because it adds just a little bit more thickness and it looks nice. It looks better than cardboard. Elizabeth says, check your settings on your stapler. Depending on what it's set at, they will go through. Yeah, I forget that staples have settings like that. You can reduce the amount of like pressure that it puts down. Wonderful, Lori. Glad to hear that. You have a Craftsman brand stapler like that? I have a Stanley stapler, and it's all metal. Lauren says those little discs are great. I'm going to link, oh, thank you, Darby, for asking, because I almost forgot to do that. I'm going to link my Amazon favorites down in the comments for you. If you want to go browse through there and see what my favorite crafting items are, click here and then go to the crafting section. There's also a section for like business tools and paint party tools and red aspen stuff. But click the crafting section, and you'll find those. Okay, next item on the Fab Five list, and this is the priciest item on the list, and probably not something most of you are going to buy, but I had to share about it because I really love it. My husband got me this for my birthday. He surprised me. I didn't ask for anything for my birthday. I really didn't like have anything in the forefront of my mind that I'd been wanting. And so I had no idea what was coming this year for my birthday. And he brought in this huge box. And inside the box was this giant, I say giant, it's like 20 inches tall. It is a robot vacuum and mop all in one. It's called the, I don't even know if I'm saying this right, Eufy X10 Pro Omni robot vacuum and mop. It has this little station at the back of my dining room where it sits. It has a water reservoir that I can fill up with clean water. It will fill itself up when it's going to mop, and then it will dump the dirty water in a dirty water reservoir tank when it's done. It also has a vacuum bag in that little station where the water sits. And so it will suck all the dirty stuff out of the vacuum so that it's ready to go the next time. And so it holds it in a little vacuum bag in there. I used to have a robot I say used to. I have a robot vacuum cleaner already, but it was one that was probably from like 10 years ago. The technology has come a long way. This one will recognize dog poop or cat poop on your floor and will not scoot it all around the house. Y'all have all seen those horror videos and pictures where a robot vacuum went over dog poop and then smeared it all through the house. This one won't do that. This one has AI technology, and it will recognize things like that and drive around them, avoid them. It also, when we plugged it in for the very first time, made a map of our whole house. It drove to every room, scanned the room, made a map. And so I can pull it up on my phone in an app. Let me show you. and I can see a map of the layout of my house. And I can create dead zones or blackout zones where I don't want it to go. And so if I don't want it to go in a particular room, I can tell it don't go in there. I can also schedule it to keep clean every day at the same time, or I can tell it to just, like the other day, I had been cooking in the kitchen and I'd spilled sugar or something. I don't know. There was something on the floor and I got ready to go out to the shop and work. And I thought, before I go out there, I should tell the vacuum to vacuum and mop the kitchen while I'm gone. I can schedule it to do just one particular room or 2 or 3 rooms. And I can tell it to just vacuum, just mop, or do both. And y'all, I didn't want to tell you about it too soon because I was like, I want to make sure I really love this thing. My floors look as good as when the cleaning lady comes when it's done. I am blown away. It does such a good job. So this thing is not cheap. It's a little over $600. I'm hoping the price on this comes down over time as it's not quite, when it's not quite a new product, because I know this is not necessary. This would be a luxury item for most. And I never would have bought this for myself. Let me just say that. But my husband knows how much I complain about the floors because we have cherry laminate floors. We did not pick those. When we bought this house and toured the house, the floors were so clean. It never occurred to me how hard to keep these clean these floors would be. But they are cherry laminate floors and they show everything, every cat hair, every footprint, everything. And so, the floors are the bane of my existence. They are always dirty, always messy. He knows I complain about them all the time. And even if I sweep them 5 minutes later, they always look rough. And so I think he was looking for something he could get me for my birthday that would take something off my plate, reduce my anxiety. And he scored big with this one, majorly. I love it. Lauren says, does it spot toys? Yeah, I think so. Charlie leaves little tchotchkes and things around all the time. And so far, we haven't found any toys to be vacuumed up or stuck on. And so it recognizes things and will avoid those things. Wendy says my dogs would go nuts with this. Oh, my cats have finally started to get a little used to it. At first they were like super sketchy about it. They would like look at it like, what are you about to do every time it moved? And they still kind of do, but it's pretty funny. Kim, it's a little over $600. Like I said, it is not cheap, but if you have been frustrated with your current robot vacuum, this is going to up-level your game majorly. I also used to have a robot mop. I had 2 separate devices at one time. I had one that robot vacuumed and I had one that robot mopped. That robot mop was such a pain in the butt because I had to go sit it out in the thing. I had to put these little barriers up and all this stuff every time I wanted to use it. And it was always running out of water. This avoids all of that. So I think it's highly worth the price, but I definitely would not have bought this for myself. He surprised me and I was like, oh, it's amazing. Linda says, I have a different robot mop vacuum at work and it works great. I love the map. I just learned I could make a special area map when needed. Yeah. I learned that too the other day and I've been so impressed with it. Okay, comment link if you're interested in any of these things. And if you want to check out the new designs in the shop today, we have 5 new hello designs, which are all available as a 3D hello word if you want the 18-inch size. But each one has a different sort of like theme or look. So the first one has leopard print. And if you get the etched blank, it does have the leopard print lasered in there for you. So you just paint inside the lines. We have one with little tiny daisies. We have one with little flowers on the top and bottom. One with 3 little butterflies that look like they're zooming around. I really love that one. That one's probably my favorite out of all 5 of these. And then the one on the very end has a bow with like a little greenery and then a little banner at the top. So let me know out of the 5, which one is your favorite. We'll call them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 is probably my favorite with the butterflies. And they are 15% off between now and Sunday at midnight. That's for blanks and templates. So if you're a template or if you're a Painters Clubhouse member, you can use your 20% off discount code to save even more because it stacks on top of this deal. Margarita likes number 2. Lisa likes number 3. Lots of people saying number 2. Kim loves the number 5. The bows are so popular right now. Bows are on everything. Linda couldn't choose. She picked 3, 4, and 5. Helen likes 3 and 4. I always think it's so interesting when I ask this question because y'all all say something different. And so it tells me that, like, the design team really hit it out of the park because they all created something that you guys like. So that's really great. And if you're not a Template Club subscriber, you can join the Template Club by going to southernadornamentsdecor.com. Click join the club at the top and find out more about it there. By joining the Template Club, you'll get all the templates we release in a given month for just one low cost. For example, on March 1st, our Template Club subscribers got 20 templates that we're planning to release 5 each Friday during the month of March, and they got them all for $42. So if you're interested in that, you can go over there and sign up for that. So if you're looking at this and you're like, I can't pick, I want them all, just go sign up for Template Club. You can get them all. And then you won't be billed again for Template Club until April the 1st when the April bundle comes out. And it's like Christmas on the 1st of every month. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for making Uncle Corey feel welcome and showing up for him. Be sure and comment link if you haven't gotten the links yet. It'll send it to your Facebook Messenger. If you're watching on YouTube, they're in the video description. Linda says this month's templates are amazing. The reason you feel that way, Linda, is because it's got a lot of like spring and Easter. And I feel the same way about coming into spring and Easter as I do about going into fall. Those two transitional seasons I get excited about when it comes to crafting. I don't get as excited about the summer and the winter designs, but spring and fall, it's like my favorite time to paint. All right, y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.